Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be watching the CDL Minor 1 tournament, day 2, Optic versus Boston Breach. And then we're going to have FaZe versus Thieves. I ain't watching the other matches. I'm just watching those two. So if you're watching this as a rerun, those are the only two matches that y'all going to see. Anyway, if you have subscribed to the channel, smash that like button. We're going to keep doing a lot more of these throughout the season. So make sure y'all lock it in, man. El Miguel, yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in, my boy. We locked in, man. Let's watch these matches, man. It's going to be lit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go, let's go. Can't wait for Shotzi to get active, baby. Sheesh. There's that boy. That boy. Oh, yeah, no. This is the team that we're waiting to watch right here, Gordo. You know it. This is them right here, boy. Lock in.
Of this green wall to really find their place in this game.
I'll be honest, the boys are just waking up. You nervous at all?
Yeah, they do look like just wait. Their player camps have been really interesting the last couple of matches. But
yes, sir, we locked in,
I will
baby.
never look at anybody's stats.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like the stream, like the stream. Thank you for tuning in.
Show.
The boy Shotzi about to go crazy.
I'm in position.
Let's go.
We
locked in, boy.
All right, let's go. You know what I mean? So I think it's, you got to take it with a grain of salt when you look at like the Kenny stats after the series. But so far, so good for them. They've been winning.
Let's take a look at your stuff. Maps and modes. It's a best of 5, first to 3 wins, and we have 2 Haciendas, 3 protocols. Why is everybody voting out Skyline and red cards?
Well, red card in this series, that's a good ban for Optic because, like I said, Boston have loved that map. They've been the best red card team in both game modes so far.
And when you talk to the side of Optic Texas, I think Aaron already touched on it. They have the deeper map pool. Now, the Hacienda, the opening up the first 2 is a little bit of a question mark for both sides, but as soon as you hit that protocol, you got to start leaning over towards the things of Optic Texas.
We've got a big major #1 coming up in Spain. This man just found out he has lineage from Central America.
Is Optic good this season?
Spain.
They all right. They're all right.
Spanish. Shotzi and
played
Optic
kind of shaky yesterday, but you know that boy Shotzi.
I got Optic over Boston 3-1 tonight.
He's something special, man. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in, though,
Relic.
Relic.
There's a snowman involved. How you living,
Pop?
Player right now.
That's true. I'm also going to go Optic Texas. I think they get their revenge.
Yeah, I'm going to Optic Texas. Shotzi's been rogue, and the gameplay is going to reflect that.
Maybe. How is that break? How's your brain? You ready to party?
Yo, Daisha, thank you for tuning in. Let's go.
Dude, I had a horrible night of sleep, and then that series, I swear to God, I thought I was in like the Twilight Zone.
This is a minor tournament right here,
we were back in the green room, and it felt like 6 goddamn hours went by during that series.
Just like 2.
It felt like 6.
Well, I mean, we'll feed.
I'm gonna need you to slap me in the face to get locked in for this one. No, imagine I just got a bloody nose just gushing down my face. But
I've been waiting for that for a long time.
I've been really wanting to hit you. But no, we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna have some fun as we continue on with this minor. Yes, Optic looking for revenge. Shotzi's on his like anime villain arc. I'm not really sure what's going on. He's having a midlife crisis. I get on social media and this guy's just been spouting shit at people.
He's just yelling at the wall.
I love it. I love it. He's having fun. You know, they won a world championship. They're filled with confidence and they're feeling good.
Here we go.
But yeah, I was worried a little bit yesterday because they seemed a little flat or unmotivated maybe at times during that series in that particular matchup versus Falcons. But I got to hear because they already got beat by him once this year. You're going to come out with a little bit more.
No, 100%. Yeah, I mean that's where the play. We talked about the Vitos. The interesting stat. Really, when you look at Boston is 0-0 across the board on every map. Now, obviously, we start with 2 Haciendas. But they play nothing on protocol.
Let's go. Yo, smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button, man. If this stream goes good for me, I'm gonna do a couple more. Come on, let's gotta stop already. Let's go.
We'll get right into this matchup here, day 2 of the first minor. Should be right in action. Hoop is ready to greet him. So far, so good for the green wall.
Trying to speed it up to where it gotta be.
It's been from him. Excited to see what he was gonna do this year. You know, one of our favorite players dating back to Cold War, what he was able to do. Oh, we talked about.
Here we go.
Times when he goes back into it because we know the capability, like that peak he can reach.
Lock it in.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it, right? I mean, really, he's been doing it in Search and Destroy, so we get there in map number 2, but...
Okay, Shotzi, let's go.
Can he keep it going here for this Boston Breach team? Awakening a nice 3-0 start, some good early time, and really Snoopy finding the kills on rotation to control this P2.
Times when he comes back into it because we know the capability, like that peak he can reach.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it, right? I mean, really, he's been doing it in Search and Destroy, so we get there.
Sorry. L Production. L Production.
Nice 3-0 starts, some good early time, and really Snoopy finding the kills on rotation to control this P2 lobby area. Who just kind of lurking right now? He's the point man.
L Production. L Production. If you're new to the stream, make sure you smash that like button. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in.
Some small changes to the map, but mostly play the same.
Yeah, fundamentally, yeah, just kind of makes sense.
This is gonna stop by itself right now.
For Boston Breach, they were not blocking spawns. Obviously, this one back. Kenny's going to get 4 in a row, and they're going to control P2.
In a great position here to milk some of this time. We'll see if the point players from Boston Breach can get some penetration here towards the point. Kenny is trying to hold the door, keep this streak going. Little backslide out, and he's able to stay up. Some help comes in as well. That's Hoop that's able to bail him out, make a big play around the hard point. Dashy doing it from the back line is him and Shotzi combined to take down 2. Kenny still alive on that streak. Basically everybody on a streak right now for Optic Texas.
Boy right here, man.
You know, you'd love to get that reflecting a bit more on the score line. Only 20-point advantage, but you're starting
to
really
messing with
I mean, that was a chance there for Boston to have this scoreline, right? They were controlling that P2. It's just you die at the wrong time, right? Snoopy did a really good job, but
all good. We bounce back.
We
got a substantial lead right here.
Boston Breach on rotation.
Now, trade that.
Boston, you're going to have to respond here.
Shots, but it's all good.
Breach with the opportunity, but Texas shutting it down. And now is their chance to answer back. What can they do? Hook on that 5 in a row, tries to get across bottom mid, not able to do it. So he swaps right over to the Phenom. Shotzi's POV. His chance to maybe look for an opening break. It's not going to happen as he's going to get dropped. Snoopy lights them up as he pops a triple.
He's good
and now
too,
you're answering back within 20, and we'll see if we get a couple of solid holes back-to-back for these squads.
Yeah, when you talk about power position, this is the biggest difference, right? This window wasn't here. It really changes this dynamic of the map, and well, Snoopy taking advantage of it. Watching that cross, he's on 5 in a row. You got a response here from Boston Breach. Nice. Look at this rotation. Optic, they're going to go for the scrap time. Boston, they're going to take it. They're just going to rotate over towards B4.
Yo. We'll take it. Who said it's not
2 already
good?
early rotated. One's going to be popping deep left and rotating out. That'll be Awakening, and we'll see what the timings are going to look like. I think number 6 and Cameo Pops, you basically get opposite split spawn there for Boston Breach from 2 of your players. They're able to isolate out and push through to drop Awakening backside garage on the wrap through. He's going to spawn up in that same position, so he'll be able to kind of pinch this out again. You've got a 2-on-1 near the point here in a second. Purge is going to need some help, or is he not going to? Gets back to full, takes the gunfight. You've got control early in this point. Now, we'll see if that rotation with, what, 15 to 20 left.
They out, chat. One loss, you out.
You
lose, you done.
Going to find one has the pistol. Nice shots onto Kenny as well. And now, with him controlling this side of the map, they know where the push is from them. You're spawning them garage side. Dashy though with a great opener. Here comes the rest of Optic Texas. Maybe waiting on Kenny to pinch through the middle of the map. He's up off spawn. Little contested there. It's just a back and forth battle. Hitting slides. Trying to find a nice pop up. And there we go. Hook and Kenny able to do so.
You said that perfectly. For a second there, you only have one side to hit it from. But first guy to drop is Kenny. He spawns out mid. You wait for the pinch. And you're able to get it done perfectly. Usually you're going to need 2 lines of attack on this particular hard point.
Big W's in the chat, man. To all of y'all, man. I appreciate all of y'all who's in here right now. Thank you. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Out around the point. Nobody in for now. First to push out will be Snoopy as he looks to get some of this time. But any major takeaways to that first set of rotations?
No, I mean, you know,
trading blows, kind of, right?
Just go sort of back and forth, right? A nice response at P3 from Boston after what Optic was able to do at P2, and then you kind of split time elsewhere. So that's why we have such a close game. As we're back to P1, and it's just trying to find chunks of time while you can. And Shotzi, he's thinking about going on a wide flank, maybe trying to spawn a couple players out for P2.
You probably feel pretty good, too, with Shotzi. He's been kind of your respawn guy.
There it is.
He's double negative, and you're still basically a tie game.
There
You got to imagine he's going to find his moments where he pops off and starts to take over.
Get on that board,
right
Shotzi.
Yeah, and that's just it. They did the flips. They're able to flip the map with 20 seconds.
That's a good timing right there.
You're going to earn some time. Shotzi's going to be on 5.
He's rolling now.
This is what makes him so darn good. Just recognizes the situation. What's the best play here? I'll try to flip the map for my team to set them up at P2, and he does just that.
Boston will get the final couple of ticks, and now we'll see how they plan to attack this. Last time, such a good job from Optic Texas at P2. Absolutely dominant once they were able to get in. Can they do it again here?
Yo, this guy here, man, he's something.
They deal with the pressure through mid. You're going to lose one towards back statue, so Shotzi will have to pick that up, and he's going to drop. So it's 2 big ones from Snoopy, and then you win the 2-on-1 towards the point. That is fantastic from Boston Breach. And I thought after the first kill, from Shotzzy, like he got the opener. I thought you were in a pretty good position if you were Optic, but everything else after that goes to Breach.
Yeah, and then Soupy just taking his time. I don't think that fence was there in BO4, right? So you kind of mess with your timings when you're watching that pinch. And Dashy just gets some bad timing there. So, but they're able to fight on through. That's going to be 3 dead. Purge, the last player alive. And again at this P2, and at least Boston break the setup. You find some of that time, but Optic, you're right back in.
Yeah, I mean, you'll take the break, right? It does shift the time a little bit, but it didn't take too long for Texas to get back into it. I think a one-on-one that goes down, what does Purge that's able to win it, it's going to get them like the final 10 seconds of that, and they win it on the other side. So this ends up being a pretty nice sequence because they got to worry about Purge and Old as he's still finding kills. You're winning them at the next hard point as well, so this actually turns out really great. You get the scrap time, plus all this time in new, and they're still wondering where is Purge? How's he going to play this to get back in the action?
Yeah, it's going to be Kenny and Shotzzy trying to hunt him down.
He's still getting kills.
But they finally do that. Now it's just a contest. Snoopy, this is where he popped off on that first set.
What's up with these
hills?
teams?
Here comes Optic, trying to hit the nades, trying to hit the stuns and win this, but been a very solid hold through the first 30 here for Boston Breach.
Well, yeah, I mean, you only had 2 players really able to attack the point through the first 20 or so seconds as they were still trying to find Purge. Finally, you get the whole team here involved in the action, and they're going to mollywop them off the point. With what, about 20-25 seconds left, but you still have those back spawns, so you're still going to funnel in if you're Boston Breach. Last time they rotated pretty damn early, right? With like 15-20 seconds left. You can see they're starting to back it up. That number 8 in Awakening starting to move it back. This time that you've got more pressure forward for Optic Texas, it could go differently.
No, that's just it. Yeah, they went for it one more time. Like that 22-second mark, maybe just kind of baits them in of let's just go for this. But that allows Hoot to get on the hill. So you're not in a better setup here if you're Boston Breach. Might be a mistake, but you still have some presence here. Dashio, he's on 8 in a row. Shotzi's been talking about it. He thinks he's the best player in the game right now. But there is a break behind Persian too.
Gotta get it done. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tricky though when you're spawning like close back there. It's like, do we really give this up? And so it takes like 3 seconds to get to it. Takes a hell of a lot of time to rotate, but you're talking about the spree this man had. Now, missiles up. Well, it doesn't go too great. Shotzzy and Kenny both going to get blown up. Snoopy will get taken out. Thankfully, Hoop's going to get a kill for you as well. He gets one. The streak may not be beautiful, but the rest of it is after that.
That's a game-changing moment right there, guys. Stop killing each other, though, man.
Yeah, just best thing is it gets them all off the point, right? All of Boston kind of reposition, allows Hoot to get in a good spot.
Yeah, but you still kill 2 of your teammates.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking the positives on it. Take the positives, the small things, and well, they're only down 12 now.
I mean, it went better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it should have been a lot worse there for Optic, but a great double right there. This is breaching the hill.
I'm guessing that was an AR. This Cammy's just a statue there and gets incinerated. Still 20 points separating them. 3rd set of rotations now as everybody vies for control around the top balconies.
No.
Eventually tries to get to the point.
Keep it white. Keep it white.
For Optic.
Keep it white. We'll take it.
They're trying to work the comeback. Dashy's on a monster game, and we want to hear him comment. Let's go to Optic Texas.
Listening.
What's up? What's bottom secret, Snoopy? Yo, where's our bottom secret? I think we're top close.
Are you on me? Open dead. Top close. Last guy top close. He's our open. Our side open. Purge. That's last guy. Yes, our side open. So open dead. Nice. Good shit. Let's get down. Guy's gonna be on him. Go. Right. He's on me. Low spot steps. And on new. Another one steps.
Pushing one.
Really trial. Anyway, there. I'm here, Brandon.
Oh, y'all play back. The rest are funny front.
I will.
What's deep back on me?
Pitch front late, second arm. Pitch front late. They stun me. They know me. I gotta live. Rock on me. Rock.
I'm just shouting.
Here in front of me. He's close to dead. Yo, rock. Top left, one shot.
Good break, boy.
In front of me. I'm just living rock, bro.
Do the left you can.
Then go over. That's it.
I have deep left. Can they be sider or no?
No. We have your sider.
Oh, nice.
I'm absolute. Nothing hitting left. Yeah, bottom it. Open, absolute. He went mid. He did not go front.
Yo, I'm leaving the back. They might spawn in the back.
Last guy top up and Purge. I spawned.
Actually, no, we're good. Yo, they could have got a well spawn though. That kid's one shot front.
One front.
Two front. Wake's one shot.
Nice. Go.
I'm pushing through.
Oh my gosh.
Not running, he's
Nice
clear.
job.
Only 1 year max.
Yeah, pick up secret. I'm already right.
Listen, you guys cut.
What side are
You guys cut.
I hear you, Gallery.
I have all right. They can only let me know the secret.
Yeah, they're gonna be taking open routes. I got time. I hear you. Good shit, bros.
I'll top you.
The kid I don't hit.
Close me, one shot. No, you're dead. Okay, too close. Both one shot. They're hitting 3.
They're gonna hit top flat, right?
No.
Yeah, top flat.
I spot for it. I'll get a skid.
Shot jumping out there.
Optic were down 20, now up 20. 21 for the victory. Purge trying to get things done as he gets a double. Nobody in the point for now, but the 2 from Purge get wiped off the board. Is Optic Texas answer back? Still fights around the point. One peeking out, wrapping around the backside of garage and trying to hop back in. We'll see if they can make the play. Snoopy, he does. He gets all 3. He hops outside the map, comes in, gets a triple. Gonna force out another streak from Dashy, but what a play that is. You can't win it here, but I mean, that looked like a win for Optic on the minimap.
Yeah, I mean, just great individual play there from Snoopy. But you had the extra utility. You can't win here now. So Boston, you get it to another P4. There's still a lot of members here. You see 7 and 6 on the minimap. Boston to be at P4 first. Optic are kind of going for this. Fighting this scrap time. So Boston behind that Snoopy play. Now with a chance to potentially win here at P4.
Well, Hook gets 2, so he makes this a bit messier than you'd like it, but you still have bodies here. Cammy timing is, I thought, horrible, but it ends up working out. He's tucked into the corner. Now picking up Lambo side.
Waiting on shots. You see number 2.
Wait, two.
He gets spotted.
Yeah, Snoopy saw him. I think Snoopy saw him for half a second. You're waiting him to pinch, but now he's got to get involved. And now it's 2 dead here for Optic.
They might be in trouble. Boston Breach now in front. 10 points needed for the victory, and everybody falling on Optic Texas. They got one more chance for this, but they're going to be able to get there. Snoopy says, no, sir. Made the play at last. Clutches up here. Boston Breach sneak away with one.
Good win, Boston.
Hey, bro, I just
they
saw
lost that first
game.
game.
I was just watching, like,
remember, it's hard points,
like
so it's first to 250
and they had all the control, and
on the objective.
One inside a garage, and I don't think we got on the. I was watching the minimap. He just hopped out, hopped in, killed all 3. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so you should jump out of the map and go back into it, right? So
yeah. Just went outside, hopped in, and just wiped 3. And then from that point forward, because that was such a bad time to die, then they just spawned back. Then he got the rotation into 4.
They got Optic's
and the
number,
wheels just came off.
Shout out to them.
I thought Hoop getting 2 on rotation
They're
was
gonna
maybe
play best of 3.
You still had numbers and spawns if you were Boston. Holy
you
hell.
Win, it was best of 5. Whoever wins the first 3 wins.
Allowed the 2 players there from
but it's
Boston
5 games.
To just rotate, but a
one
huge play.
Hard point.
I mean, Purge and Snoopy both with 30 bombs.
Search and destroy.
Continues to go
one
off.
control.
He leads the lobby in damage.
And then a hard point.
Boston Breach
and
steal
for the last map, it'll be another SND.
Like, they knew people had rotated. They were like, there's
Get
one
the
person
stats
here.
here. We got stats here.
With all the
we got Dashy flying, 35 and 25. We got Purge doing 33 and 27. He played great, actually.
3 seconds
and
if you
then Snoopy, of course, 31 and 26, if I was not mistaken.
It really, like, the P2 is,
that's amazing, man. That's good work out of his boys, man.
Even when
my boy Shotzi started off slow, but he started creeping towards the end.
Found the breaks.
It just wasn't enough to really capitalize
on this map that we've seen so far.
But
really feel like Optic won it, but Boston did such a good job at P3 and P4 throughout the map.
Optic. They gon' run it right now. They gon' run it.
Boston takes a bit of a lead. Once we go to that listen, it just felt like Optic were rolling. You had multiple streaks from Dashy. Some of those hellstorms come on in. The Purge was so good throughout this, and
that was a great game,
you know, the team kills come in, but it didn't really matter.
No, it looked so bad, and then it ended up being absolutely fine. But now Dashy was
right there,
on a heater throughout most of this. I mean, he typically is. Guy is shooting straight as always.
Yeah, so I mean, this was like a great play, and then so
right here. So this is it. He hops out and just gets all 3. Bang, 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 and then after that, they just never really regained after that. Yeah. Then you end up winning the rotation, and you were able to contest it 3rd for a while. I'm glad we got to see the POV of it. I just saw it on the minimap, and like, yeah.
You're rarely thinking when you play Call of Duty you have to watch outside the map.
No, you're right. But like,
it's insane. Insane stuff.
I'll tell you, the 3rd guy did not react though.
No, not at all.
Oh, wow.
I mean, maybe they're stunned. The nades are coming.
That's true.
I think that's right.
I was wondering how he got 3, though.
He was repositioning, right? He was sprinting.
True.
So he was hit from a nade, but yeah, that was the play.
I was thinking he was going to get 1, maybe 2. I would all 3 on the feet. I was like, how the hell did he do that? Well, we got to see how he was able to do it. One of those hero plays out of Snoopy that helps them get the dub, 11-point victory. And, well, if you thought maybe Optic was going to come out and smash him with the payback, at least early on, we got ourselves a battle.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, just back and forth. And again, Boston, this is the first time they're playing anything on protocol. So if you're Optic, you're just trying to get to the back half of that series.
Yeah. Get to the back half, and hopefully, I mean, this is where you need to improve, though, with the search and destroy side. You think about the 5-game series where they beat them last time, right? You won both searches. If you're a Boston Breach, you feel like you've got an advantage there. We've liked what we've seen out of them, at least in this particular series. What do you think needs to maybe improve on the side for Optic when it comes to search and destroy? I know like Dashy's been terrific. He's been like number 1 in clutches and stuff.
They've been winning. Like they're on like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, so just since that series, like you think they're in a much better place than they were.
Yeah,
I mean, that was week 1.
Since the Hook edition, yeah, I mean, it feels like that's been their most comfortable game mode.
Okay, so just the production or the improvements they had right before the break, we'll see if they really come to fruition here up against this Boston Breach team that had their number. But it feels like, I don't know. It's like in part of my head, I feel like I'm talking about, like, oh, they just played like week 1. Like it's not that long ago, but it's like a month and a half ago, basically. Yeah. it's been a while. But just shots of the guys as they get ready to get going. Huge win there for Boston Breach in the opener. But Optic just try to brush that one off. They've been chatting with a lot of confidence on social, been streaming scrims, feeling good, but you just have to shake that one off. You see the S&D streaks, that's what you're talking about. You're on 5 in a row now. Mostly I just asked you because, well, in this particular one, they had some struggles. But now you get to see, have you really made improvements in this mode? Will it help you in this particular matchup?
And one thing I always talk about with a team like Boston, right? You're coming off the year that you had last year. Early on in the year, the way you steal series, it is through Surge, right? Like, we can't always say, like, the team that is the underdog, they have to win through, like, 2, 3, 5, for example.
Yes, we've said that
but
forever,
especially in the start of titles, like, if you really put extra time into Search and Destroy, you can catch a lot of teams off guard.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever said, like, upset incoming 1-3-4.
He's just king. Thank you for tuning in.
Goes.
I love your name, by the way.
But right up the gut goes Purge early.
W name.
He's thinking to look right. Nice little snap back to left and able to take the fight. Couple positions he can get chased from. That is a win and a half. Purge feeling it as he's able to get 2. Wasn't sure if the second player pressure was coming from bottom or from window, but he picks up window and guns him.
That is just a confident round 1, just straight up right through the middle. Woo. Right through the middle goes Boston Breach, and yeah, Purge gets the opener, repositions, knows there's going to be a second challenge. Well, that second challenge is the last player alive there for Optic.
Yeah, and stuff like that, moments like that's what we've been looking for. I know we were big fans of his gameplay last year before he was let go from that Vegas team, but where he struggled, like we were liking what he was doing on the map. He was having some big games at times. So usually when playing against like this type of competition, would disappear at times. Like wouldn't have those same performances. I don't know, when you're slide challenge dashy out of a window, it seems like you're feeling all right. We'll see if he can keep it going over the course of this. Nice start, but there's a big challenge here in the hallway, and that goes the way of
y'all up numbers. Y'all up numbers.
First just tries to send it through that same pop. I was hoping everybody's weak because they all are tagged up, but only able to get 1, and now it's going to be all awake.
You're going to be in the back a lot.
Challenge middle of the map again does Boston this time, though. The AR duo shut it down. So Awakening left in a 1 versus 3. Didn't have the best map, number 1. But it didn't really matter because his team won it, but there we go. Optic hit the stun. They fly on through. This is what you're going to see a lot on Hacienda. It's a very much a retake map, and normally what that means is the defensive team, they're going to 4-stack sort of one side of the map, and sometimes the offense is there right away. So it is just a very quick battle.
Yeah, it's a quick battle or a quick plant. Like,
exactly.
One of the two, typically. But I imagine usually those scenarios, it's like you don't typically get away clean like they did. And if you do, I bet both of them are like something 20 HP or something. Like they are tagged up, but you're just able to win it. Somebody's shot's just a little bit better. As we get now to 1-1. It looks like we might be meeting again. As the pressure is to A, the stack is to A.
They're
aggressive here on defense.
I wasn't sure if they knew they were here. If any nades hit, stuns, if Feli Optic were just kind of waiting, and well, the patience pays off there for Boston, catching them off guard, but we're into a 2 versus 2.
1v1. They each win it on the other side. It's now going to be Cammy versus Kenny. A ton of time on the clock. Bomb has been picked up now. And these are these fun 1v1s where like you kind of just have no idea where the other person is after enough time passes. And it becomes a bit of a guessing game here. What are you trying to do when you've got bomb in hand in this position?
I mean, well, you're going to have to pick a bomb to plan, right? It's sort
just
of
pick
50-50. And normally when you're the defender, it's sort of the same thing, right? Do you just pick your bomb site and kind of wait? Hope you guess the right one, but Kenny, he guesses B.
So it's like, don't overthink it. It's kind of a coin flip. Like
yeah, 100%. Yeah, normally if you're the defender, best play for me was always just kind of picking one because you're going to have 45 seconds now to hunt him down.
Better chance just don't get caught sprinting or something silly.
Diffuse that, Kenny. Diffuse it.
So
diffuse it, Kenny.
He's going to take a route.
He could have diffused that, bro.
Kenny has read this.
Oh, he could have diffused that, bro.
Cammy's extending the route. Oh, and as Kenny goes up, I think
That's
if
crazy.
this doesn't exist, he just watches middle connector, probably finds the kill.
Oh,
But instead he spots in the middle of the map. 15 seconds, though. And Tammy just goes all the way back through. Says, you can hop on the defuse. I mean, if he hops on that, I think he would have done it.
At the beginning.
But, well, Tammy plays it. Plays it perfectly. It's a long 1 versus 1. Kenny stays alive.
I think there were 2 different chances he probably could have opted. Because when he first peeked out towards Balk, he didn't spot him, did he?
No.
He didn't go the whole way out Balk. See, there were multiple times he could have, but like,
great plays.
it's the gamble, right? Like, I mean, most people don't just stick it in that scenario. Like, Kenny's trying to get some kind of info, but yeah, Cammy has some balls on him. Takes a couple routes. I mean, he ran a solid 2.5 kilometers throughout the course of that round. Got a good, beautiful view of Hacienda. But he clutches up in the 1v1, and yeah, those are always interesting because there's like the 1v1s where like you're close to each other, you have information right away, and they don't last so long. And then there's those. They're like these extended like 2-minute 1v1s.
And a lot of the times, your teammates are telling you, hey, it's this player. They normally don't hop it, right? Like it's sort of a player tendency in those comms.
Kenny, get some vengeance though. He'll get the first blood onto Cammy.
He was pretty good at BO4.
pretty damn good. That team was disgusting. Hook thinking about going, but repositions as the nade come in. He has a teammate here to work with. Kenny's on 6 straight. Hook's gonna drop though, now to a 3 versus 3. Purge, Snoopy, both on the board. The streak for Kenny will end. And now suddenly you had a clean 4v3 and things have fallen apart, but you go to Mantle up top and Shotzi's gonna make you pay. Maybe threw one away there if you're Snoopy.
Yeah, he's just hoping he's not expecting that. But you got to pull yourself up, and yeah, then he gets caught. So 2 versus 2, you have to plant a bomb, though. Looking like it's going to be A. Awakening, you're going to find that info. Just wait for Purge to reposition.
Plan in, and now, yeah, how do you attack this? Well, as Purge goes to reposition, he wins the fight. He is shooting over the course of this one. Up to 6-2 is Purge. Yashi's going to win his one. An insta-chow! Weak and just pops and wins it. Add another clutch to his resume.
He's got a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like, oh, this Purge is ready for this. Same thing. You already picked him out of the window at full health, but he's just thinking he's not going to pop instantly like that in Xiaomi if he's tagged up, but he does. Plays the heady beautifully. Nice snap onto the first. He's 13 HP. You toss a rock at him, he's dead. And you just, yeah, he peeks it and just, he loses him for a second, thinks he's backing out to get health, and just insta-pops on him. Oof. Ooh, I mean, he holds that for a second more, he gets the kill.
Yeah, he tries to go for the slide repositioning, and just unreal shots there from Dashi.
That's just one of those things where it's just, yeah, it's just God, you just die so fast. You like think you've got the time, but you don't. They go 2 for 2. Is Wakes able to get 2 from Lambo?
We lost the first one.
He cleans up the weak players from his teammate, and now into another one of these tight scenarios in the 2v2. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, bomb down now, so they might spot that Kenny and Dashi. Came in Awakening on the other side of the map, so you just flip the map right now. They have all the information. Yeah, they see that bomb was down, so Dashi just going to look over this in a great position. Have Kenny watch his flank.
Still 45 to go. Moving around the pack here right now is Breach, is Cammy and Wake.
2 versus 2.
Clearing everything as they go. A little bit of an opening gunfight there between Kenny and Wake. Cammy goes to pounce, wins it. It's going to be another 1 versus 1. Kenny's just trying to get out, popping back up. The timings are so awkward. Wake gets fried.
He's got no ammo.
He's just trying to get a gun reloaded, for God's sake, in battle here. Pulls out the pistol, screw it. That sequence looks so awkward from Kenny. He's just laughing it off like he was in hell.
Let's go!
Was he trying to like pick up another gun, but maybe Dashi's going to have no ammo in it either?
I don't know.
Yeah, he just kept trying
to
juggling guns. So he's like, screw it, I'll just use the pistol. He broke the glass, so Awakening thought that he was in the water.
He was going to reload and kept picking up the other one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, that gun also had no ammo.
Yeah.
But a great trade on the first one. Then, yeah, breaks the glass. So, you know, there's the option he jumps in the water.
That just looked like one of those funny moments that was like the average player, you know? Like,
100%.
Not to our pros usually.
Like this gun on the ground.
Yeah, dude, it just looks, I'd be so flustered in that sequence. But Kenny? He's still his fair share of awkward moments. He gets it up to 8-2. That's just talking about him maybe having a big day, and he's doing it here in map 2.
It's interesting because they're using this to clear A, but the push is actually towards B. And Awakening does find one. That's actually a huge
that?
kill from Awakening.
Because he's in like a 1v3 there, yeah.
And Ken is still in the car. So Ken's very much out of this play. And there we go. Breach is repositioned. Bomb is planted. Ken's still driving.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
He's still driving.
What are they doing?
Good luck, Ken. You got to be faster than that. You aren't Flash. And they're on it.
What was that?
That was a play.
Yeah, yeah. I just kept thinking, like, he's
nah, it's 1-0 right now. Boston is up 1-0 right now, chat. Boston is up 1-0 right now. They won the first game.
Well, normally, again, like, our teams, they normally just use the car for info, right? You can 3P around it, you clear a bomb site, they saw nothing at A, and...
Well, now you got to clear the whole map, though, when they're the other side, Joe.
Well, they decided to go B.
But, like, you got to get your use out of it. If you're going to use your streak, get your miles in, right? Like, if it's your rental, like, you got to use it.
That's
You have to.
Nah,
he's got that covered for a second. Shotzi's just like,
nah, this man is crazy.
Hopefully you can get one with this.
Yeah, I mean,
he
gotta
said
get value.
He said it's a rental. You got to get your miles in.
He hopped out there on the defuse. Oh, that was awesome. 3-3 now. What, he's kind of quick plant and then retake.
Damn, Purge is moving, bro.
Cammy likely in the backside of this. He's going to deal with the one side push.
Purge is gone.
They're
Hey,
mostly hit this
all
from
over
mid.
the
He's
map.
actually ended up repositioning on the map.
Potentially a big stun on the Purge. Purge was going to make the play, so now they know he's there. So I think that was it before Dashi throws the stun down the staircase, able to hit him. So that makes it so tough for Boston to try to defend this. In the
wow, look at that movement.
Are too much. And if Purge gets that spot, maybe flanks Dashi. Round is completely different.
Hitting me?
But the stun hit.
Good call there, Joe. Big stun and a round win after maybe a frustrating one they had the round before. They're able to get back into it.
These guys look tired. Wake up.
It's the hard point of the search.
Wake up, man.
No one able to get any kind of significant lead over the course of this series so far. And if we thought maybe, you know, Breach beating the first time was, I don't know, a blunder.
Look at Sleepy out there.
Thing. I mean,
let's go. Wake up.
Here.
Hey, they're top 4 seed for a reason.
Yeah, no, they're looking good. And it's awesome to see this based on, you know, how the organization did last year.
Cheers. Gordo, cheers,
back
baby.
In front
cheers.
Of Optic now. Trying to extend
if you just tuning in,
to, what, 6.
Make sure you smashing that like button, man.
Some damage on the shots.
Here's Purge again.
Purge
yo, he's been playing good, man. This guy, man.
8 and 5.
This guy
Snoopy
here, man.
Shots was with an 8, never able to get the position he wanted to, and then Snoopy pushes it out.
Nice
Wake
win.
with a wild chow there. Hook just wins it with 9 HP, and maybe one you'd have to throw away if you're Wake.
Let me learn something right here.
We've had some wild chows on both sides, so.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Just I'm thinking you're in a 4v2.
Maybe slow.
Don't do it?
Yeah.
No, well, screw
no
it.
Rewrap, no reposition.
We're doing it 3 versus 2 now, and yeah, and this is happening so
gunfight.
early. There's still 50
they're gonna
seconds
double
left
chow
on the
you.
clock. So Boston is just going to get together. Purge again. Another opener. It's not a first blood. It's just like
still a big
huge
one.
gunfight.
Yeah, no, Andy got the first blood as well. So yeah, he's doing it all within this particular round. You still got a chance to do this if you're Dashy, because you always do if you are Dashy in Search and Destroy. But everything kind of against you right now. You got sub 30 seconds to go. You got to get bombed down. You've been spotted now from the new window.
That's one.
Snap onto Cammy's forehead.
Put that pistol away, man.
Just wait till he plants.
Use your dang gun, bro.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, just sit there.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Dude, after he hit the first shots, I was like, oh god, here we go.
Get it together.
I swear, like, listen, he always shoots very straight, but it's like a little bit straighter, I swear, when he's last alive.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
It's like a buff.
Yeah. It's like he gets a buff, yeah. It's like, oh, the rest of the boys are out?
I got this. Plus 10%.
Yep.
I appreciate the hearts in the chat. I appreciate the hearts.
No, thankfully.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Close
Appreciate
that out. You bring it back to tie now if you're Boston
Appreciate
Breach.
that. The next match, even though we really focused on this one, y'all, is going to be 100 Thieves versus FaZe. That's going to be a good one, man. We got the scrap Drowser rivalry thing going on over there.
Right up mid-map.
You know, good little backstory.
I think that's his 3rd or 4th first blood down this one. He's up to double digits.
The next match, Drowser and Scrap.
Masterclass out of Purge right now, but you still got to win the map.
Something
trying
like
to take
that.
advantage of
this,
within this one if you can get the round victory. But what do they do now from this 4v3? Because this is like not the typical stack we've seen on defense. You're pretty much all over right now if you are Optic.
Yeah, you're trying to rely on Hooch, but yeah, they're thinking maybe this is an A play. And again, what's that time going to be like? Purge just repositions, hits the slide corner.
Hey, this guy
right now. He is playing so confident in Search and Destroy.
He really is. Like, just the bottom of this map has been his playground. His timings have been so good. He's been winning some difficult gunfights at times, or the easy ones when he's tucked away in a corner like that. Up to 12, gets 3 there, a round away from a 2-0 edge.
Yeah, right. Hook was just right there, right? He was holding that staircase. That is a play where in a 4-on-3, you plant the bomb. It's not something you actually have to do is go out and get more space when you have main advantage, but he hits it and it worked out.
Well, it was those ones where, yes, like you take the gamble and you die, and we're like, why'd you do that? But then when you get multiple, well, usually he's had somebody kind of with him to follow him up, though, at least.
Uh-oh, here we go.
It's just when you both die.
Here we go. It could be over right here. Or
5 straight for
it could go to an 11.
Back-to-back round victories for Breach.
No,
I mean,
they ready.
Go up 2-0 for
they ready. They ready. They ready.
Control game has been, and you think about the control it's improving for Optic. 2-0 advantage could be massive. First blood could be huge. You get one there if you are Dashy.
Okay.
He's on the receiving end last round.
Nice. You seen him?
He makes a pay. He gets another one on. Not the guy you want to chow right now.
Come on, Gordo.
Dashy up to 9 and 7.
This is it right here. Gordo, this is it, Gordo.
2 versus
this
4,
is it.
Jamie.
2 versus 4. We gotta win this, right,
Gordo?
Gordo?
This is a play. Bomb gets down though, so Ken at least able to plant the bomb, give his team that advantage.
And Purge has had a lot of great plays, but not really like from this type of scenario. Like what he
don't
wants to
say
do.
That. Don't say that. He's on fire.
Well, now he's kind of on the receiving end what he's been doing.
Well, you were right.
To
My
Optic.
fault.
Who
I
able to get that
apologize.
one closer?
Oh, look at the play.
11 we go.
I didn't know
Not
that.
a ton of time. Just 20 or so seconds ago. Cammy's got so many things to clear. He will drop. So Dashy wins the round for him early as he's able to get 2. And we go to a monster round 11.
Round 11, yo.
One thing we've noticed last
round 11.
Round
11. We need to get this.
With the
we need to win this round right here, man. We need to win this round right here,
he's
y'all.
not, his movement doesn't look like Shotzi's or something. But like just
we need to win this right here.
Beamer.
Yeah, backslide Beamer, and it just looks, you just get zapped. It's like it's depending on the angle. Like when you got high ground, it's almost like it's like a pop up. Like it looks like a joke. You just get zapped.
Round 11, big round 11. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
Purge has been leading the way at 12 and 6. He's been so good in the first blood departments. It's always, well, not always, but a lot of it's been through bottom middle. This time he plays a little more passive. You can see they're playing for it.
Oh,
There's
wow.
2
Look at
playing
Optic.
for it. Don't want like Dashy group to get isolated, which has been
round
happening.
11. They don't
so it's
care.
a different type of
They're
opening
gonna
break
go.
from Boston Breach. They switched the defense on the side of Optic Texas.
So what's going to happen here? Because you were
Right,
so
now
fast
we
through
know.
B for Optic.
No,
They know
relax,
this is an A
relax.
play.
No, relax.
So
They're
far
waiting
off
for
the
that.
map.
They're waiting. I knew
Oh,
it. They're
you
waiting
just
for
barely
that.
get away. Shots
Come on,
hit
you
the
know
16 HP.
Nice.
And Dashy
First
gets
blood.
another first blood.
We got
He's
the
on
first
4 straight. Purge nearly snaps, but Hoop gets another.
These guys are crumbling under pressure.
Optic so close to
Crumbling
shut this
under
down.
pressure. He's one
Just
bullet.
sticking out a little
He's
bit too
getting
much as
chased
he gets
down.
tagged up.
They're hunting him. They're hunting
Everybody
him.
falling.
He's
Wake
one
gonna be
shot.
last up.
It's awakening.
Does
Let's
get one.
go. He's
got the rest of the team
scared,
to deal with,
nervous.
trying to get the eyes to the window. It's going to be Dashy there
He's
to
weak.
greet him, though, and they're going to send it at him,
Let's go.
drop him. Optic
Oh.
Texas clutch up and close it out. Dashy with back-to-back first bloods
What
goes
I'm talking
huge.
about
That
right
was
there,
just
man.
a
That's
full
a
hard
big
counter.
win.
That was just send it over towards
big
B
win, man.
and continue to run. And
Big
Boston
win,
slowed
man.
it down a little bit. They were going towards A, but as soon as they got past like that first archway, they just kind of stopped, right? They didn't have top close control. So you saw that first blood come to the window as soon as that player went for
Big
the flank.
win, man, big
He just
win.
really had no room to work with. Purge was on the flank. He was able to back one down, but they had no map control. It was all to Optic.
Yeah, that's just one of those things where, like, like where Purge has been making those plays, it's through bottom mid. You know, he probably wants to get to it again, but it's
Y'all
that
gonna
conversation of
appreciate
like, well,
you
just
being
did
here,
it.
man. For
Not
real.
work this
No
time.
doubt.
You try to mix it up, and then things kind of unravel. But you see the stats throughout it. Purge
Dile a Mikey
1,500
que apoye,
damage,
dile que no
goes
sea
12 and 7. He
malo,
was out of the
dile que
seat
se
quickly.
mete,
He's
que le
probably
dé
frustrated
like.
after that loss. The guy matched him with the clutches and the big plays was Dashy. Kenny started out insane. He was like 8-2 or something like that early in the game. Then as he kind of fell off a bit, Dashy really stepped it up.
Yeah, and again, I mean, he's been number 1 in the game. And Search and Destroy has Dashy. Keeps it up here, 11-7. Another incredible stat.
Hey, that was a good win right
this
there,
is like
man.
the game 2 that you lost, right? Like
They
you
was-
had
yo,
some
that
went
boy
the distance
Purge
with
was
2
putting
round
up
11
some
against this
numbers,
particular
boy.
team, and you weren't able to ice up. You ended up losing
12
that
and-
series the
yo,
first week of the
12
CDL
and
season.
what?
This time you're able to
12
do it,
and
get
7
the
he
dub,
went?
and that might be the change in this series.
I want to see the stat line one
Now
more time.
you're tied up 1-1. You know you feel you have a pretty big advantage in control. I think as you get to go.
Gordo, it's 1-1 now, right now, Gordo, 1-1.
Outside
Now
of
it's
Boston Breach
1-1.
side, which sometimes we don't know how it's going to go. Like we haven't seen it. Like they might look great. They might be ass.
Yeah, not a clue.
Well, I'm excited to hear what the desk think. Let us know, guys.
We'll get our first whiff here in just a few moments, but let's take a look at what happened in these first 2 games. I was prepared to say, oh, I'm going 0-4 on the day. This is going to be Boston up 2-0.
I was right there with you.
Let me set the goal. Let me set the goal for the day.
Heroics at the
Hopefully
end
we
of
get
the
a super
search
chat
and destroy.
today.
But let's start at the beginning of this one. And can we
Hopefully
talk
we get a
about
super
Purge?
chat
He is having
today.
a career day, a highlight in game number 1, and then he leads the lobby in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, he was going crazy. And Optic had to change the entire way they were playing this map based on what Purge was doing. You know, coming into this series, the last 5 search and destroys, Optic #1 in defensive win percentage. And I think that was a great display as to why. You saw, like, when teams push through B on this map, like, a player's just going to get through, right? Because you can't map spread when you're on defense, or you're going to get picked apart. So Optic was kind of stacking, so they would take their time, they try to bracket Purge and just, like, limit what he was able to do.
Crazy,
Some of the rounds they were able to take him out, and then in that very last round, deciding to not bracket just to push together
like
and
3
catch them
times
off
in the middle of
guard.
that
So
gunfight.
whoever's calling the
And
plays
then
for
this,
Texas
my
did
boy.
a phenomenal job, and especially in preparation coming
It was the
into
right
this,
play,
because it's tough to stop that.
Anyway.
It is tough to stop that, and it's tough to make that change. And literally, one of my notes while we were watching this Hacienda Search and Destroy is that Optic Texas, they're just scraping by in 1v1s, and Dashy's clutching a 1v2. Kenny winning his 1v1 back by Lambo. Like, it was all by these individual plays.
With the
They weren't really playing together as a unit until those last couple rounds and that round 11 when they finally were like, you know what, like, we're off to Texas. We forgot how freaking good we were. Just play together, play our trades, watch each other's backs, and it's going to work out in our favor.
I'll say Optic is kind of playing like major 3 Optic of last year.
We got
the game wins are not pretty.
now we're gonna. I think they play all
moments, showing that they
now.
have the potential.
If Optic wins the next 2,
to live up to that standard, we have a triple dose of protocol, and as Maven touched on,
tranquilo. That's perfect right there, boy.
Watch Boston.
That's more than enough what you did, man. Thank you.
Silo control when you just want to talk about it's going to be protocol,
thank you.
Obviously, the fact they just need to play together. They have not been playing together. It's been very individual. Shot Speed's been playing very individual. On the flip side, I think Dashy's had to play very individual in Search and Destroy. Like we said, I need more out of Kenny right now as that other AR. I need more.
He had a good start in that Search and Destroy. Can't he get off to a hot start in game 3? Only time will tell. For now, though, I do know our scout play of the game already in this series. It belongs to Snoopy. The end of game number 1. Boston trailing. Snoopy brings it back with so many triple kills.
So many triple kills, and one of them being the fact that he jumped out of the map at one point and slams 3 players on the side of the field. And not only was it a crazy play, but it is quite literally what kept them in contention to get those final points and push the next step.
Yeah, I'm not going to say, like, Optic are playing better. I think Boston's just a good team. Like, I legitimately think Boston's just a very solid team. Snoopy's had a lot of development. They played this map fantastic. Like, even applying enough pressure on that hill just to rotate and only have 2 guys to deal with when we get over towards Rock, which is great plays and poise at the end, where Awakening wasn't having a good map, honestly.
Right.
And in that second game, like, Awakening lost some big gunnies. So he's the guy that I think needs to figure it out right now for them to close this out.
I got one more clip
I
for
don't
y'all
know,
at
man.
home,
Every
and,
time I
have a
watch
question
CDL, man,
posed by the chat.
that boy Awakening is
Should
always in the back of the
Optic
map somewhere, dog.
continue to
I don't know if it's just me.
Throughout the rest of the series.
Maybe because I'm a casual watcher.
I'm
just trying to get into it and learn. But I love this team right here.
We
This
figured
guy
it was
right
just
here.
rust. They weren't really used to these. The shots he takes out of his teammates. Today's bombs were even bigger, Allie.
No, they just do it
Yeah,
to
man,
help
when
the
I
other
watch
team a little bit.
Awakening's
Look at
always
that
in the back,
scoreline. They had a 100+ lead. They're
I
like,
don't know if
let
he's
us
holding
just
spawns or
help
whatever
you
he's
guys.
doing.
I think Optic just don't want to win, man. I mean, I look at all these other teams that they truly,
was saying
like, they want to win, right? So, like, they're practicing their streaks and stuff and, like, dialing in their practice. Like, Optic just clearly don't want to win.
And I think you should also point out the victim in both of those situations, Kenny.
Yeah.
My bad.
Right?
That's why his player
Neutral
cam is
party.
like that.
His stats aren't his fault, y'all.
Yo, she hating,
Let's
right?
find out, can Optic keep their run alive, or is it Boston retaking the lead? Casters are ready. Let's go to map 3.
No, let's
go.
go.
Let's keep
Optic,
it going.
baby.
Yeah,
Let's
this
go,
has been
baby.
a very, very tight one. I'm going to keep looking at you 3. Is Sir,
baby.
What was it, Sir Squirts yesterday? Puckett? Sir Squirts?
Yeah, it's a nickname.
Yeah, I don't know why I gave it to him. It's just what I think about when I see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
See that? Y'all see that?
Well,
y'all see this controller right
What
here?
do we see in body language?
When the major comes to
on the other
Dallas,
side of this?
I'm going to take it. I'm going to try to get
ready for
the
battle,
Optic
Joe?
boys to sign
He does
that.
every time. says it doesn't change.
That's true.
I mean, of course, I would like the other players to sign it too, but I ain't worried about them too much. You know what I mean?
Every single time.
I want to rock with my guys,
back up, give fist bump.
You know what I mean? My guys.
Well, fist bumps getting out from both sides. We're getting ready to go into map 3.
But I respect all of them individually.
Taking a look at Shotzi and Snoopy, and you know, we kind of joke that Snoopy's like, you know, like the younger brother, right? Like
it's just a game.
Models his play style off of Shotzi. He's not
fan
found the
of it
same
now,
success
you know
he
what
has.
I mean?
A very young player, a lot of talent, but you see how it's going now. And
well, this is just a control. Yeah, just control. So yeah, control has not been great for Boston. 1-3 on the air. We're on the other side. 4-1 for Optic, but it has been a lot of vault. Has been a lot of vault for Optic. Not a lot of protocol. Same can be said for Boston Breach. So we'll see how this one goes.
Well,
after we had what, like 18.
Let's lock it in here, chat. Let's go, Optic. Let's go.
Now see protocol. And it's a nice opening break there from Boston Breach. They are able to get 3.
Like
and they'll start to work this 8 points.
Like when it starts like this, man.
You just have Cammy kind of sitting on it for now. You keep winning fights over towards B, though, trying to stop them from getting underground. One will get on through, though.
Just pieced out.
Just keeps on going right up to his stairwell.
Nice.
Well, man said, I'm out of here. There we go. Wait, he's able to spot him.
You know the difference with the pros.
They're able to take him down.
Those are big kills, though. Those are big kills.
Like,
yeah, no, 100%. When he sort of digs away, it's not allowing him to turn it into a play.
There's a reason he just keeps running there. He's like, I want them to be looking for me. Let's play hide and seek for a while.
Gun you out of where you hide.
The faster you're not playing hide and seek, the better for anyone, I think.
Yeah, now on the other side, it's the same thing here for Snoopy. He's sort of the one finally on the trying to make the play, and well, he's able to do it on the fight. Takes down Kennen this entire time, or at least most of it. They've been on A, pausing the clock, and on top of that, they have a 7, now 8 kill advantage.
Oh, this is about as clean as it gets. I mean, you're gonna have 2+ minutes to work with, plus nearly a double-digit life advantage. You feel fantastic. There's the minute secured. Now the 2 minutes to go. Purge has been posted up. Snoopy is 6-1.
Didn't get nothing.
You came out here with a vengeance in this round 1. Can you strike first on offense? You still have work to do, obviously, towards B. You are all over the map. They're trying to deal with one, all the way pushed through in number 8. That's Awakening. It's able to win the one-on-one on that side. Some gunfights go down towards mid as well. You still have Purge, who's lurking and getting held. Nice shots there from Shotzi. That was a tough one at range for both.
Yeah, and I think right now, if you're Boston, really what you're just trying to play for is you do not want to go 3 or 4 dead. Right? That is the one way Optic really gets right back into the game. So make sure someone's always maybe just playing a corner, finding an easy kill.
But you trade effectively, you
nice.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. Just you have that 7 to 8 life advantage. You have a ton of time to work with, but we all know if you get put in that offensive blender on this map, it can be so difficult to deal with. And there we go. We're going to be 3 dead.
2-piece
and yeah,
out of the
Jamie just needs to play his life. Hopefully he can find one to help his teammates.
And exactly what you said couldn't happen is exactly
this is a great position right here.
But Cammy did do a good job as you were hoping.
This is a great position.
For him to play his life, but then you're right back to 3 dead after that, and the blender happens. You know, that 8 life advantage is now down to 2.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's now down to 1.
Oh, there it is.
And where you really had a strike, or chance of getting a foothold in this map, in this series, the round 1 offensive win may have disappeared. But thankfully, you had such an advantage, you still have an opportunity. There's still 46 seconds to go.
Yeah, it'd be tough now, though. Just middle of the map, all of Optic right now is Shotzi's on 4 in a row. He had a slow start, was losing some gunfights, but turns it around. All the advantages we were talking about are just gone here.
Did you see that? He just like went this way.
So what do? They just slow it down. They say you have 30 seconds left. You have to work this.
They came back.
Not the easiest thing to do, so good luck.
They got the 8 capture, though.
As much as we're saying, it happens to Boston Breach, you can't let that happen. Like, props to Optic.
No. The beef is the next match.
We're getting the 3 or 4 down.
The beef is the next match.
I mean, you're up 8, 2 minutes ago. You are feeling so good.
I'll tell you about it.
About your chances.
If you're still here when they play, I'm gonna tell you about it. Hey, wait.
A little more interesting. We can't
get happy.
Is there a trophy? That's going to be the key here. Doesn't look like it.
No. We're good. This is round 1 for us.
And that's what it is. But it's the time.
Wait.
Right now. Tammy trying to do what he can. A great wing to his teammate did to the point they do. Tammy and Snoopy are here. It's a 1 versus 3 for Hook.
Hook, can he do it now in the 1 versus 3? This has been a round of playmaking.
They're going to stack the point. They're both on the point, obviously, right?
Oh, God. He sees the head on 1. The other right below him. 0.9 on it. Half of the tick to go.
They're going to stack it.
And Hook's just got to go. He's got no choice. Stun doesn't get the pop. Has to chow out. And where I mean, that's just a game of emotional swings. Like, you
it's
are in
all
such
good,
a
it's
good
all
spot
good,
to breach.
it's all good.
Then you're in
It's all
hell
good,
as you're
it's all
getting
good.
spawn killed.
It's all good, it's
And
all
then
good,
just
it's
the
all good.
clutch moments down the stretch.
man.
Breach get that done, Joe.
Well, it's the early advantage.
What?
That's really what it is.
The fact
It's
that
all
they even
good.
had a
It's all
chance.
good. It's all good.
27 to 19 in the lives.
It's all
You
good,
have a
man.
minute 50 to work with, and that's really what you're hoping for. You want it to get messy there in the final seconds around the B point. And I just love the patience
didn't expect
there
Optic to get
from
that one
Purge,
anyway,
right? He
the way
doesn't
that they
let
were losing
he
at the
knows the
beginning,
flank
but
is open, so he backed into that
that
sort
was
of
a big
box
gunfight,
corner.
man, by
Just kind
Cammy
of waited.
onto
I mean, there's
Shotzi,
a
man.
chance if Hook
That changed the whole
finds
dynamic
that kill on a
right there.
Cammy, maybe the stun hits, but
And Snoopy
yeah, just the
gets
patience
Kenny.
there from Breach was on
No,
point.
but you're right. I mean,
That's
it's just you don't
insane.
even have that opportunity
I think
unless
that's
you
what
start
changed
that
the game
strong, right?
around.
If it's even a little bit
I'm
more
not
of a
sure.
50-50 type
Let's
game
go.
towards the first capture.
It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay.
You know, in
The
position to make
boys,
that
the
type of
boys,
play.
the boys are
Usually
back
you get like
in
3
town.
waves of spawn kills. Like, it's probably
This-
over,
this-
right?
this-
Like,
This young man right here, he's
or you're at least not getting an offensive round victory,
moved
that's
at
for
a
sure.
different light, man. There he is. There he
But they
is.
kept on fighting.
The big shot.
Now we'll see if Optic
Shot.
can get their win. But
Dashy.
Purge playing with some sauces.
Dash.
He's finding
Shoot,
kills
baby,
aggressively
let's
on
go,
the other
baby.
side of the map. They're still
I
looking
know you
for
can
him.
do it. Let's
Kenny
go,
is trying
man.
to deal with
Lock
Purge
it
on
in
one
here.
side. On the other side, they're trying to deal with Shotzi.
Nice.
Purge is able to win
What are we
his.
doing? What are we doing? Snoopy guy's
Hook's
so
gonna get
annoying,
picked up as
man.
well. And Purge is still just lurking
Gotta
around.
kill this guy, man.
He was on 4 in a row before he dropped. They're finally able to deal with that, but like due to his position and winning a fight on the other side,
No
like,
shot.
you
Look
can't
at
really
what
push
he's
that off.
doing.
You're off to give no map
Oh,
control.
no.
Yeah, you
this
had a
guy's
couple
a
players
menace.
like push up in the
He's
base
being a menace
just
right
for
now.
spawn kills, but you had nobody on A.
Nice.
You didn't see it. You don't
Nice.
have
That's
to take down.
perfect.
The clock is already down to 35
Come on.
seconds.
That's
You
perfect.
had like
That's
2
a
on their
good
base, and the other
entry
2 were
kill right
chasing
there.
like people in there. So
Right?
Yeah, no, it's literally just like 2v2 on opposite sides of the map. So Boston are
Nice,
going to take that
nice.
all day, especially now with this
Play
situation.
with Dashy. That's the human turret.
But Optic finding kills,
shoot
and
your
now you have
shit.
that player getting the objective done.
Go shoot, Josh. No.
We'll see how far they can progress this. Not going to be too far as Cammy wins a
What
nice one
play.
there onto
I thought
Dashy.
Bruce was
Kenny, though,
gonna
with the
be
double. And Shotzi will be to lurk right over to the point. So you're looking for the minute extension. We also see the pauses clocks. You don't have a lot to work with. No trophy coverage there. You're staying weak if you are Shotzi, but you're still up inside of it halfway towards that final tick in that extra minute. Dashy shot just a little off, trying to finish the kill, finally able to do it, and you do get that minute added on. So at 15-13 lives, advantage to Boston, a little over a minute to work with, so obviously not nearly as strong of a start as you had if you were Breach.
Yeah, and the problem
and
is
then you
you're
go 3
stuck.
down.
Yeah, the problem is you're stuck. It was the only one player left in the middle of the map. Everybody else was off spawn, Purge and Awakening in your base. And yeah, this is sort of that spawn trap we talk about on Protocol.
Well, part of it's just been like,
Okay, well, that was a play.
in both rounds, just it's been Purge or it's been Snoopy. You've had these aggressive players and kept like maybe your AR second, like just guessing, trying to find people. And like, I mean, Dashy was 5 and 13 a second ago. Like he's found no success early on. And, well, he hasn't been able to get comfortable. Just get to his power spots and look one direction.
This map, listen, if you're playing Reigns or whatever, you know, if you get put in a spawn trap as an AR, it is hell.
Oh yeah,
Because you're running into buildings. Cammy snaps onto Hook on the flank to shut this round down.
Okay, yeah, no, you're breaking down something great there. Sorry, I got a little excited.
No, I know, he hit a beamer.
He was clipping wigs there, and he is feeling it. 5 straight for Cammy. 1 life remaining. It's all on Dashy, and he is dropped Boston Breach. Hadn't seen him on Protocol. We're wondering what we were going to get, and so far, so good. They are bringing it to Optic in control.
No, but honestly, like, dude, you're an AR. You spawn up on both sides, and you have to run up a tiny staircase. Then once you get to the top of the staircase, it's 2 buildings that you have to clear.
Yeah.
If you get to the top of those buildings, you're in good shape, but it can be tough.
No, I just felt like when I was watching, like Dashy was trying to get out and on Hetty. Like the whole time he was looking forward, he was always having to like turn around too because he's worried about like Purge getting behind or somebody maybe shooting in the back because they lost one player who got through. You just never get comfortable. Because I mean, I'm mostly pointing out because you just don't see Dashy double negative very often. So like when he is, you know he's going through it. Like he is. I might be trying to criticize him.
He is. No, he's
It doesn't
not.
happen very
No,
often.
he's
Yeah,
not.
it's the map. And well, credit to Boston Breach and how they're playing.
Chill. Don't
Yeah, they're controlling this
Yo,
map
they be
well.
hating on
And
the
you know,
Breach,
one of those
bro.
things we
Yo,
talk
I
about
don't
is
like that, bro.
you have that 2
It's
weeks.
actually getting me tight
You
right
have
now,
a big
bro.
break, and your weaknesses
As
show.
soon as we
We
win,
have
y'all
to
wanna
improve on control.
kneel.
So their practice, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying?
There's been
Like,
so much emphasis on
chill,
this game
bro,
mode, and they're
chill.
showing it
Take it
off
easy,
right now
yo.
with Snoopy.
Look at
It's
this
some
guy
great
here,
shots
man.
as he's leading the way with 19.
And again, it's like the same situation where like you win it on one side and you deal with the player on the other side. They've done that efficiently. It feels like so often. And while Rise, I'm saying that.
Okay.
Rise, I'm saying that they think.
Where's that then?
So
Dude, that is not an easy
Continue
shot
that.
from Shotsy.
No.
This guy here is just running everywhere.
no, it is not.
He's
He's
insane.
kind of salting the player cam there.
They can't find him.
Well, yeah.
They don't know where he
Before I
is. He's
finish
just
talking,
gone
we're
all
in
the
a very
time.
good position for Breach to 3
Look at
days.
this guy.
Sometimes you take your shots. And things can turn on their head so quickly. They have one bit of progress done, but only 45 seconds to work with this. So obviously not that insane success they had in the first round. You're still streaking right now. If you were Snoopy, you're still winning tough fights, and that'll be 3 dead now to Optic. Up the zip comes Hook. Still no work done around the objective. You do have a body here, though, in Cammy. Cammy's going to get flown at, though, and they're going to get dropped.
And really the big play is Kenny and Dashy. They're playing a little hide and go seek. They're just trying to find Snoopy, and they were able to find him, right? He was number 7. He was in their base. Again, just trying to deal with those subs off spawn. And they were able to find him, so it doesn't let any more damage happen over towards A.
Well, I mean, it was just a really good job. I think there were like 3 different times. You got 3 dead. Like if you're Breach had got 3 Optic guys dead, and they weren't really able to turn into anything because Optic bounced back really quick. Just got like a big pick, got a nice double. Never able to really spawn trap them well. And we're not quite done yet, but the first point's not done. You only got 9.6 on the clock. Lives are starting to get thin, though, on either side of it. That nade is going to hit. 1 player left in it. Will that be enough to close this out? I thought he was just going to finish the point, but he takes the gunfight. I think it just gets dropped. And then okay, they got the minute. They got the minute. Yeah, I thought for a second they didn't.
Well, he doesn't say the gunfight. Dashy goes for it. He starts to contest and wins the gunfight. So
Snoopy, contest.
Snoopy just jumps out of the window, and now Boston have a chance to win this. So able to capture A. They're looking for 2 offensive round wins on Protocol.
I thought he popped up like just right before the capture and got picked. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, no, Optic went for it due to the time. They went for it one last time, but now they're down a couple of lives. There's only 3 lives remaining. Breach looking at a 3-0 here on Protocol.
So close to getting it done. It's just going to be on Kenny and Hook now. Hook tagged up but gets away. 1 player left. It's Hook. Oh, knife up, stays up. 22 HP in a dream.
And those Awakenings off spawn.
He's a 1v3 in the last offense as well, right? And this time he's going to drop as well. Boston Breach. Get it done. And I'm going to tell you what, dude, my brain for a second was in the blender again with the colors. Bro, this bracket is getting to me. Like yesterday with what we had, the double purple, right?
Yeah, double red.
Today, the double green and white. Like, bro, I said something. I was like, I just said that backwards. Like, just looking at it.
I think you're good. You're all right.
Holy hell, man. Like,
it's a lot of green.
It is. This whole bracket's just color-coded. And sometimes, dude, when you're talking fast and crazy stuff's going down, I'm like, what did I just say? But wow, you get a wild one there. Breach win it 3-0. Snoopy and Purge, like, we're just constantly being elusive and aggressive towards that back line. Dashy goes 13-23. I think that's a big part of it. Like, they just had constant pressure from Boston Breach, so he could never really get to his spots. A frustrating one there, and Breach, who
had
a tough loss there in the search and destroy, right back in control, and a 1-2 respawns, which is not really.
They're one round away from 3-0 and Optic. Maybe one Dashy clutch away from this being done. So at least you have that. If you're Optic, you win that game too. But in terms of the respawns, Breach they look in control, man. They really do. It was a very close hard point, but this control, I mean, winning 2 offenses on Protocol, so impressive, and it's the way they're doing it.
I think there are a lot of people that weren't really. I know they were a top 4 seed, but they're not that convinced maybe with what you were seeing out of them. Like, it's just the beginning. But then you have the break, and maybe their control game's improved, and just playing them so tight in every mode. Wonder if Breach is the real deal and a threat to some of our contenders right now. To maybe they're not going to be a top 3 or top 4 team all year, but can they make a run? Like, do they have a chance to beat the top teams? Because usually that's the big thing. We were talking about the middle of the pack, right? Like, yes, they'll go back and forth a lot of those teams, but do you have the ability to beat, your Thieves, your New Yorks over the years, your Optic? Like, can you do it? And well, I mean, they're showing. It looks like they can. Potential's there.
Yeah, potential is there for Boston, and yeah, I mean, just the game plan. Right, both offenses, they had the idea, get Snoopy in the attacking or defensive spawn. Purge was controlling bottom middle. The ARs were just getting on the A point, pausing the clock, and letting the subs roam.
And like, it's honestly, like, when you talk about what's like really impressive in this, like, I don't know, we think about hard point, you think about like a 100-point club. I mean, I don't know what search is, you got like 6-1, 6-0 type thing. But like control, 3-0 and 2 offenses, wins, like that is very impressive. I don't know what you call that. We don't really have a name for it, but it doesn't happen all that often. Like, there are some maps, a handful we've had that have been like really offensive favorite over the years, but like this isn't that. Yeah. Like some of the ones we've had that are more than that is really, really impressive win and some great stuff there out of Boston Breach. So now you got to rethink things if you're Optic, bounce back and try to win this hard point. You had opportunity, obviously, to do that. If it weren't for the big Snoopy play, and I don't know, just a couple of key gunfights down the stretch, you maybe win the map 1 because that was, what, a 10-point game. But now you have to do it. Try to push this a distance. We stay on what protocol the rest of the way.
Watching this back as a VOD, make sure you subscribe, like
and
the
I just
video.
like what I'm seeing out of, like, because you think, you know, you got a lot of players here too on the Boston Breach side that have got like chips on their shoulders. You know, you think about Awakening getting down to challengers. Cammy, after being literally God on the map, has just been battling through challengers. Purge, after I thought, you know, making a name for himself and really popping into the scene and having some really big moments, gets dropped, and well, he had to feel pretty good after that. Vegas team fell apart, but still, a chip goes on your shoulder. Snoopy, I'm not really sure what the chip is. Like, I mean, I'm sure he has one in some degree.
He wants to prove himself.
Yeah, he's just a young player that wants to prove himself. But I think for the other three, like, you just got a massive, it's not a chip, just a block on your shoulder. You're trying to show what you can do.
Well, it's been a rebuild process, obviously, for Boston. All the roster changes last year, everything that went along with it, but they found this core 4. And even through a new title.
Yeah, you were surprised. That doesn't happen all that often where it's like...
No, that's a trust from an organization. This normally doesn't happen, right? Like, they normally play the market. You play for a young team, and they said, this is the 4 we're going to stick with it, see how it goes.
Yeah, I'd be curious to talk to one of the guys and see like how it came together, why they were so confident this would work. It's not like they had some insane success at the end of the year. It's not like they went out and, you know, won EWC or something like that, you know? But yeah, they stuck with it, and so far... looking good. I mean, who knows? It might not be the same team a month from now. I don't know. But, like, right now, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of this young crew.
Yeah, I mean, 2 maps could happen, and we can just be saying they have more work to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still think regardless they do, but I think it's easy to kind of gasp and feel good for them just based on what's happened to these players the last couple of years and also just the Boston Breach organization. Like, it's kind of a feel-good story, at least so far, unless you're an Optic fan right now.
It's late. It's live.
Yeah, and then
we
for
on.
Optic, maybe that motivates them, gets them going a bit.
I'm taking my face cam off for this.
It's a nice start there.
No. If they lose now, it's over.
Purge is able to find one, but
it's not over yet. It's not over.
Shotzi trying to get lost. So after a nice opening there from Optic, Boston respond.
I'm gonna move my face cam for this.
And that is something I feel like they've done just a pretty good job with in general. We talked about in the map 1, like not letting Shotzi kind of take over the map at times. They didn't really let him do the map 3. Map 1, for the most part, there were a couple streaky moments, but usually if you got behind enemy lines, they were good at picking up, which makes they're calling names well and calming well. I think. I'm not listening to their comms, but it seems like that, right?
Yeah, 100%. Considering, I mean, yeah, the respawn stats that Shotzi's been putting up.
He's not doing it in this series, right?
Yeah,
and it could just be an off series from him, but I think it is what Breach is doing to try and make sure he can't just isolate and pick apart the team. Or they're isolating him, yeah, and making sure he can't. Shotzi tries to pop up. Not going to find success there, but the rest of the team does as they all find kills. And with 40 seconds left, you get back into this point. Fastball there at a hoop. But he'll just continue to hold. Calm to the squad. Really is one
here we come,
really applying pressure. Maybe
pay attention, watch. Here, Optic
towards this for the final 30 seconds or so.
Monsters.
Shotzi able to stay up, win 2 big ones, keep securing this time where I thought he was, but Snoopy's actually able to get the angle from bottom, but thankfully you got another body here, and Dashy's able to snap onto the next. So this turns into a very successful hard point. Now, what do you see on the hard point, or what do you see in the minimap now with 10 seconds
25, 30
left?
seconds left. Boston were already thinking about flipping, right?
They didn't expect this one.
And they were controlling the middle of the map. That's what you saw Shotzi get taken down, but then Dashy wins 2 big ones. I thought flip the map again as he spawned 2 players out, but immediately after that, that is when Boston Breach. They do get P3 control, because, yeah, there was a chance there. You saw it from Optic. They flew out of P2. We're trying to fly up cliff side and get to the hill. And do a good job.
And Dash should be able to get there for free, right? Like, he should not be able to walk up outer catwalk, flank him behind us, get the guy laying the hard point. Yeah, I know there was like a gunfight going down the back, but like, that just looked too free, like wide open, right? He gets sort of waltzed on in. I mean, I know you regain control here if you're Boston Breach. But the guy in the hard point had to be like, guys, what the hell?
Yeah, there's someone back there.
Snoopy with 2, Cammy with nearly 2.
It's a big kill as well for Teddy because he actually splits the spawns. So that'll make this P3 a little bit messy, but there's only 15 seconds left. And Snoopy and Awakening, they're just going to rotate, but there's only 2 players here, so Optic going to have a chance to break
big
this.
win!
Well,
Oh my gosh!
With a great slide.
This guy here.
Throws
Here he is.
stun.
Here he is going to go. Here he is going to go.
And there we go. It's a shot to
Here he is.
get them going.
And he wins the one he needs to
Here he is.
first, right?
Here he is.
He's
Here he is.
AR then.
Here he is.
Stun him up and take his time with
a
second.
This is the guy. This is the guy.
You still get people here quickly, and that's a big double from Snoopy. So the play from Shotzi answered by Snoopy. Still a mess around the point. Which way will it go? The way of Snoopy. 12 and 6, 3 in a row. Lead change incoming.
All I could say right now.
As well. Kenny didn't respond.
That boss
one of his own. Well, now it's just a 1 versus 2. We talk about this being a money hill, but this has not been. Both teams just trading back and forth.
Oh, this is what it looks like when no one actually gets a setup, right? Like, it's just been gunfights since the go.
Oh, yes.
And it's mostly been like 2 for 2 over and over again. You haven't really had that clearance.
Right now,
that might be the final little skirmish, so there's not a whole lot of time left. I say that, and then 2 more are going to hit it. So they want to battle for these final 10 or so seconds. They'll get that. Now we'll get ready to go deeper into our hard points. Statistically, Dashy bouncing back after a tough map 3. He's had a great series really outside of that control. Asserting his dominance now getting this one, but a 2-point advantage right now for Boston. Shots, he gets one flying out the window, and we get back to mid-map.
Yeah, very similar to map number 1. No. Just pretty much tied game after that first rotation. So now Optic starting to get going. Have P1 control. Know exactly where they're spawning. Have Dashy looking over the hill, and again, he's just having another map. Yeah, 16 and 7 from him.
No, he is on a heater. They're going to need to slow him down, especially when like you kind of get the dud out of Wake.
Oh, that's an amazing play.
Dashy's put on a map like this. Just feel like the more Dashy starts to win like fights, the more just frees everybody else up to do what they want. You let Shotzi get his spots. Let Hook go crazy.
Early on the rotation
game
too.
becomes a lot easier.
Oh, Dashy on a 5.
When he's winning all his gunfights.
These guys are shooting,
right
man.
Now 18 and 7.
My boy's
Streak is now up to 5.
Not ready to
That's
lose.
Like 40, 45 seconds.
Come on, Dash.
On this P1, so a great P1 on Optic.
P2, they were. I think about 50 last time, right around that ballpark. There was a bit of a contest, but it did not last long. So you want to do a lot better this time if you're Boston Breach, and well, I think already it's been better, but can you turn this into a lot of time? 2 answer back is nice shots there out of Ken and stays up after the nade connects.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
And things fall apart with the opening hole from Breach. Just knock on well at P2. Started okay for the opening 20. That's just too easy then from Optic.
All right, they got one in the back.
Involved in the fight, but Hook, he goes on a long route through the middle of the map and flips the spawns. But now it's in a little bit wonky. You see 5 and 6. Purge, or sorry, Tammy actually spawned on that side of the map, so it's a little bit split. And now this is a chance. 20 seconds left. Boston were doing this last time. They let Optic just kind of get on through. Who does get spotted by Awakening, or sorry, by Tammy.
Rotation first this time too.
Now he's gonna wait for his teammates and able to win that gunfight. Maybe freeze them up so he can get across the map towards his
rotation, man.
Yeah, these will be some big gunfights because you're going to have like a 2-on-2 here for a second.
You know what we're doing.
What kind of a 2-on-2 on both sides of this? As 2 players spawn out from Boston Breach and they try to trek across the map.
You already know.
Can they pinch this together, or can you just win it from the back line? So far in the back line, you've done well, and then you just hit the grapple, and you're able to smoke one there. You still have 2 players, about to be 3 players close.
Okay, good job.
Because they pushed forward through the front.
He gets this kill.
Can't win the gunfight at the back, though. Still have the safe spawn for Boston Breach. So far, so good.
That's a huge win out of Awakening, right? We kind of talked about his.
It's so important that he wins that, man.
You know, he's starting to pick it up right there, but Snoopy was off spawn. So I think if Hook wins that, there would have been a split spawn. It's going to get real here, and it still does, because Optic behind Shotzi right onto the hill.
They never said kind of spawning close up front, kept funneling it, and eventually it sort of believed their way in. Didn't really rely on a back spawn, just kind of forced their way through the front. So what, Uppo just over 30? And now this was one of the mixier points we had, well, like on the year, really, for this particular hard point. We'll see if it's a bit cleaner this time. Remember, Shotzi made the play. He came down and got 2 to open things up last time around.
I mean, Optic, they break this, that might ice the map.
That might, yeah. This could be a big one. I thought Dashy had that win. Snoopy, 2 HP, just able to win it. My God.
The stun hit, so he's still weak. He's still weak because the stun hit, and there is the break from Optic.
Again, they're able to get through, and that might ice the map. You might be absolutely correct. Still 40 seconds to go here, but you just don't have the same kind of pressure right now if you're Boston Breach trying to get in on this. Kenny trying to spot for info. And Kenny does more than spot for info. He's able to get 2, maybe even 3. Nope, his teammates will rally through, and that'll be all 4 they're going to get dropped. So it'll be about, what, 70 or so you're going to be up after this. Boston Breach are going to have to be spectacular through these next couple of points. But Kenny is taking over in some big moments here.
Yeah, he's another player. If there's 3 subs, he has no problem running that third sub. Josh didn't do it all, has done it all his entire career. But, I mean, it could be worse. If you're Boston only down 60, you have P1 control, they're going to have to do what Optic did last rotation.
Yeah, you're saying, could ice it? I mean, it's still doable. It's still doable. Obviously, not as a good a position as you could have been, but you're winning some massive fights there, and that's a big Cammy triple again. I think it's his third triple of this map 4. And that's going to turn into probably at least a good 15 clean seconds. I thought so, until Purge gets zapped out of the point. And Dashy gets another one. He's approaching 30 again in a respawn. 26 and 18 out of him. We're watching Shotzi's route right now. He's dipping, diving, dancing. And as he gets in behind enemy lines, frees up his teammates in the front, and they shut it down around the point. 20 or so seconds left here, they get a crew.
And that's just what he does. But obviously, as soon as you get a player top zip,
Kenny.
On that side of the map, everybody has to turn. Maybe the nades are hitting. But now Optic in control. And as you said, Kenny, he has a triple. Doing it with the AR, doing it with the sub. That's 2 5 sprees in a row. He's delivering,
man. Look at Brusso, man.
He goes 10-1 over this
Everybody's
stretch.
playing good right now, man.
Really found some separation. So
everybody's playing right now.
Big plays from Ken.
Everybody's
Dash has been leading
part.
the way throughout the course of this from a slang standpoint. They've been mostly good here at P2 and a chance to close it out here with 14 points needed, but they'll go 3 dead. They'll go 4 dead. Breach with another late chance. And it's like you're still just in striking distance. Like, it's going to be tough, but you're close enough that you could potentially rally. You get these final 30 seconds, you're only down 20 or so, and that was a chow. That was a questionable one.
I mean, those were the ones early on in this match he was winning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just not the easiest jump fight there from Purge. And now Hook with an insane double to get them on the hill, and that is going to be a break and 4 dead, and they can win it here to send us to a game 5.
Wake needed to win that one. I'm not sure it would have mattered, but he needed to win that one. And they have the time in this hard point. They'll close it out. We're going the whole way to a map 5. These teams have met up twice this year. It's gone to a map 5 both times. Last time, Breach won both Search and Destroys. Optic won the map 2. They've got a chance to get a little revenge there. Win both Search and Destroys. Show their improvement in that mode, but I mean, Dashy was a consistent factor, and I mean, Kenny was just great late.
I think honestly, the way this scoreboard ends up, I think they all end up positive. I'm pretty sure just the slang got really one-sided the back half of that map. Once you got to that second set in that P1 where they got 50 seconds, it started to get real ugly for Boston Breach. Just not a great map again in a hard point for Awakening. He finishes at 14 and 28.
Nah, he's had a tough series.
And I think, like Boston, again, there were chances throughout that. Like, I think a couple of the P4s, just some. You saw what they were trying to do on the minimap to set themselves up. But yeah, we're playing COD. Sometimes you just got to win a couple of more gunfights.
No, and that
this time they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it, even though they ended up winning the map 3, like there were a couple times where like it'd be like 2 or 3 down. You made a good play for your breach, and they just all got smoked. I'm like, well, yeah, you just get guns sometimes. Like that was like a full map of it. It felt like just you were in good position. Sometimes you had like the rotation, and then Optic would just smoke you off the map. The P4s were interesting.
Not the cleanest one.
No, like, and well, I mean,
last map is a
the first one, Shotzi gets 2 and breaks it up. Then the last one, the stun hitting Snoopy to be massive because he couldn't heal. Like both of those, you had not like the ideal setup if you were Breach, but you had a chance to turn that into time, and you usually do. They just great plays from Optic, great stun, and they didn't get like anything.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't have a trophy, so
yeah, no,
that hurts you.
That'll be the case.
Yeah,
field upgrades. Hey guys, we're going to continue on. We're going to get ready to go map 5. It's going to be a very, very sexy time. Don't go anywhere. Tweet the stream. Tell your friends, families, and your pets, and your sexual partners. See you soon.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League. Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Thank you very much. Two minutes. You got 2 minutes to vibe out. Do what you gotta do. Go grab some popcorn. Go grab some chips. Some dip. Chips. They look cool. Oh, they look wavy too. The next match is Carolina versus New York.
Do you agree with Smokes not being in Respawn?
I do personally, yeah.
You do personally?
I do too.
I think it would make the viewing experience worse. What did I just see on my screen? Who was that guy? Did you see that?
No.
What was that guy?
I don't know.
Welcome to the citizens over there on YouTube. There was some random guy, like, see how they have the quad box? Like, there was some random guy just like in the all 4 boxes, and he looked like he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hex is claiming this is going to be the best champs ever. Well, for these two, it absolutely was. Just a moment ago in the venue, the green wall and the rest of the venue, of course, giving the congratulations to that lucky couple. Heck of a way to set a proposal up, I'll say. What a fantastic weekend, man. Like, it's all about the love, man. Congratulations to both of them. You know,
4v1, I think it was, the clutch, something like that. And we were just, you know, playing the round out. And I hear, oh, cat, you know, he's pushing at him, thinking, oh, he's dead. Okay, so let's play it nice. And then I just hear a roar behind me, an absolute roar. And then he's like, watch it. And then the kill cam wasn't running, so I was doing the roll the tape. I want to see this. And luckily, it came up, and yeah, he's blown him away and left a bit of a little doo-doo in his pants, I think.
Hello and welcome back. We continue with day 2 of Minor 1. We've got so much incredible CDL action to come to you this year. We're just getting started, folks. It's the beginning of this damn year, and we hope you're having a happy new year. We've got a wild one here between Optic Texas and Boston Breach. One team moves on to tomorrow. One team goes to bed sad. And it comes down to this map 5. We're staying on protocol. We saw Optic there yesterday against Falcons. We have not seen Breach there yet, but we hadn't seen Breach on control on protocol, and they look damn good. I know it's very different, but like it's one of those things. Like you say, we haven't seen them, they haven't played it. We don't know. It might be
just because we just saw him yesterday. There's a little bit of VOD prep going into this for Boston Breach, and you can try to hard counter Optic.
That was a weird one though. Like
yeah, I know there were some team nades.
Is that the one that had like 3 different like double team nades or whatever? Like, one was like throwing it back. The one we don't even know what happened. Yeah, it was a weird one.
It's a weird match.
Yeah, it certainly was. But this will decide it. I mean, outside of the map 3, which was a really, really good victory for Boston Breach, it's been a tight series. I mean, yeah, 250 to 190. I mean, Optic were controlling most of it, but like you stayed within 50 to 60. Like it was still a battle for the most part. It's been a hotly contested series. We'll see what the search and destroy has in roll for us. And remember, Breach beat them to start the year, and they did it by winning map 2 and 5. But since then, Optic Texas are on 6 straight search wins. This would be for 7 in a row, trying to get that S&D dialed in.
And this is what Shotzi was doing in Jedamount yesterday, just going through the middle of the map, controlling top middle. Purge is hoping to find one there and said, though, that there's 2 players to challenge. He ends up getting caught.
Yeah, the timing looked insane when we were first on Shotzi's POV, and then we hopped off for a second. I was like, what happened? And then, well, I guess Purge gets dropped. First, I thought he was going to have a freebie, like when we swapped off. Snoopy, good luck with that fight.
Wrong gun,
Yeah, wrong gun, and no longer has a head on his shoulders. Shotzi's stairwell. We've got Shotzi's hole on vault. There's lots of Shotzi things.
I think they were just shooting through the door because, yeah, he played that corner every single time yesterday. Now he's going to switch it up and at least just finds one. Awakening, though, does bring it back. 1 versus 2, but still very tough situation. 25 seconds to defuse this bomb.
Yeah, I mean, this was him in map 2. How many 1v3s did he have where he just didn't really feel like he had a chance? And he's just trying to go. You can see he's playing kind of frantic because he just has to go. He's shooting though right now, down to a 1 versus 1, but time, just the issue. Nothing he's going to be able to do. He'll get dropped. Some nice shooting there And big 3 kills for Wake, but none of them end up mattering.
Yeah, and just great repositioning there from Ken. Just wastes a lot of his time, forces him to have to take that next gunfight, and Ken just knows, yeah, 9 seconds left. Plus, he's weak. Well, so you get the 1 kill on the Snoopy, the second right there, shut the round down.
Maybe that'll be a moment for Wake, though, like in the sense, you look back to that too. Yeah, he like, in those 1v3s, he wasn't able to do anything. He's like ended up getting dropped for the most part. There, at least, I don't know, got a little confidence going, like fried 3 of them, had a chance to maybe make a play, because he just, I don't want to say he's not shooting with confidence, but he's kind of got beat up a little bit in this series statistically.
Well, hard points are ugly for him.
Yeah, they are. They really are. So maybe that just, I don't know, helps you a little bit. You just win some fights, start believing in yourself a little bit, or it turns into nothing. We'll find out. Cammy takes a long-range one, not the guy you want to fight in that position. It's Dashy, it's able to take it. Purge, though, right back to work. He was terrific. Remember the map 2 they lost? He was 12-5. Had 3 or 4 first bloods to go with that as well. See if Purge can leave that same impact here. Right now, you're trying to dodge the nade. Caster Curse Purge as he gets smoked on the hop-up.
Yeah, nade hit. We just went to it right from that cam. Saw that nade perfectly placed by Optic, and he hops up weak. Bomb is being planted, though, 2 versus 2.
And Wake's going to reposition as he grapples up. And it's Dashy just winning a big one-on-one again. He had the first blood on the Cammy, right? And he wins that long-range one as well. Dashy has been brilliant over the course of this series outside of the map 3. It's going to be on Snoopy to make a play. Do they read the route? Here we go. Drops down, wins 1. Looking for it, spots it. Oh, maybe needs 1 more bullet, but it's Ken with the ice and a 4-0 start. Optic take a 2-0 edge.
And he just doesn't know if he's on it, right? So he's trying to find a visual angle to see. I mean, maybe there's a second left for Kenny if he's hopped that defuse, but Kenny does get off of it, and then, yeah, he snaps as he's 4-0. Big round right there from Ken.
And it's like, dude, I thought like that little, you know, the little bounce you get on your reticle when you jump down, like I thought it almost, he was about to headshot cheese the hell out of him. Like I thought it just centered on his forehead for a second and Ken was going to get evaporated, but he could have needed much more, maybe another bullet or so.
I think he needed 1 more.
But Ken clutches up. I mean, that's back-to-back rounds where it's almost a brilliant clutch.
Oh, we up 2-0, Gordo.
Almost a big clutch. Like Wake had a chance. Snoopy there with a chance.
Uh-oh.
Shotzi with the opener.
Damn.
Purge was so good at that map, too. You want to stop that from happening, and he's able to do it. But after the mix there, it's a 2v2 and into a quick plant. And I like this. We have a lot of these little skirmishes now. We'll see how this one plays out.
Easy. This is easy work.
Just both teams going for it. Timmy, nade in hand. I think messes it up, and yeah, absolutely did mess it up.
Easy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hold on now.
Oh,
wait.
1v1. It's backening.
Oh, he just chows that weak. Are you kidding me? He's still going. This guy's a psycho.
Damn.
There was plenty of time left, right?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was so flabbergasted from the nade thing, I stopped paying attention to everything else. I just had my hands on my face.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that.
Blacko,
I just love the way he said, "He go, I think Cammy missed the nade."
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I thought Wake like had all the time in the world. And yeah, I get like the first chow, like you're thinking, I'll catch him. He's not going to get a chow. I guess if both you're thinking that, like I'm going to catch him. He's not going to
it's one of those things where you just don't want him to get lost, right? Because the zip line's there.
Yeah.
If he gets up the zip line, he can go top mid.
Yeah.
He can come back down. Your chances of probably winning that are a lot less.
You're right.
But
it just looks insane, but like I get it. Like, yeah, you don't want to lose him.
Same
just try to gun him. It's also dashy. Like,
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. 3-0 start for Optic now. It's a wild rounds, but a 3-0 start, awakening his vengeance here with the first blood. And you love to see that. You love to get a first. Purge just had some wild timing. And some of the openings of this round, that one works out in his favor. I mean, back to the round 1, I think him and Shotzi cross paths. Snoopy still dancing here at gun, and he's going to get dropped. Kenny trying to get out like a thief here. He's got to worry about everywhere, though. Top window, bottom window, top middle. Purge is able to get another one. And Boston Breach getting much needed round. They needed a first blood. They needed a round desperately. And well, it's the first time it doesn't come down to like a little 2v2 or a 1v1 or just kind of a clean round for him.
Yeah, Shotzi just takes the risk. You know, you just never know with the zipline timings. He's had some ridiculous clips with it, and unfortunately, Awakening just piece it.
I mean, that's just that's Call of Duty sometimes in a nutshell. Like you can be the best player in the world, you can know everything. It's still a game of timing sometimes. Just a half second. We've seen a couple crazy timings already in this one, and it can happen. You get through, you make the play, you kill 3. You get caught, you look like an idiot. Purge on 3 straight now. He's up to 5.
They're all down here.
And he's got, yeah, the entire...
Snoopy might be able to watch his zip line as well if they come back up, but they don't come back up, so they're all still down there. Is Optic. He's thinking someone's going to come back, but they don't. They stayed.
I mean, main thing, at least for Purge stays alive. He's able to reposition, and now they can try and take the fight together as a unit, but it's just like a hard point break now. So difficult to do. Kenny gets the first. Purge now out of it. Snoopy and Awakening, they'll hold up a second. They're able to win some. Kenny gets an awkward slide across between 3 players. It's all on Dashy, and he's going to drop, and the crazy break comes in. Beautiful retake there from Breach. I thought if their Purge dropped first, they're in a pretty good spot.
Well, you saw all the nades fly in, and that's really what it is. Just sort of nade economy. What do you have left? If you have some pre-nades middle of the map, if you don't save them for that, then that is, yeah, it's impossible to break. But yeah, you just saw the repositioning for Optic. They were weak. The slides on in a couple of bullets, and that's the difference.
And we'll take a look at it now from a different angle.
Yeah, there was a nade back left, and you see, yeah, Ken then just has to reposition.
Well, first I thought Ken was sliding to like Chow right, and he might have got a kill, but he's thinking right, left. He's just thinking everything, and
my teammates died, yeah.
And ends up looking at almost nothing like as he goes through, unfortunately. But yeah, no, that was a good view of just the panic it turns into. Like Ken's just, ugh! But back-to-back rounds now for Breach. They were getting kind of smoked, and look who's having a map now. I mean, I know Awakening had some kind of meaningless kills, at least that first round, like 3 of them, but he still kept it going. He's at 7-3, leading the lobby right now.
That's a big kill. I mean, Purge gets spotted, so he ended up getting taken down, but if Shotzi maybe gets a clean kill, then gets away, there's an advantage for Optic, but we're into another 2-on-2. They're not going to plant yet. Maybe trying to catch an Optic player on a rotation. And that will be Kenny, but yeah, they don't plant the bomb, and now Kenny's going to spot both.
Nice shots from Ken. And now Awakening just because it wins the player coming from behind, buys enough time, the flank comes in, and is that one where you're just like, can you just plant the damn bomb? Or what are you thinking?
Yeah.
I know you've always just sort of been that guy, like get the bomb down. But it's like you don't want to be caught in a 1v2 because you're planting.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying my way is correct, but you have all this effort to work an objective, and then you get to the objective, and then you abandon the objective. I don't know.
Is it just overthinking it, kind of?
Maybe. I mean, maybe, again, they're just trying to switch up the timings, try to catch Optic. I mean, those have not necessarily gone their way, the 2v2 skirmishes. So
True.
Maybe just trying to switch it up. But my philosophy's always just sort of been like, yeah, you're going to do all this effort to work a bomb site. You
plant the bomb.
Plant the bomb. But everyone's a little different.
Well, it doesn't work out there as they just end up in a horrible position. Awakening continues the nice one, though. As he gets the first blood, Snoopy then a big double there, and well, this round is done before it starts. I don't want to count Shotzi out exactly, but it's going to be a tough one. 1v4. We saw Simp pull off an insane 1v4 yesterday. Well, don't think it's happening here. Back to the grapple, back to the respawn. Well, back to the next round.
Yeah, I mean, props to Boston. They're staying alive in this. A lot of the clutches, 2v2s have not gone their way, but Snoopy with a great route through the middle of the map. Seen this from like Shotzi's POV, just able to find that Tommy on the flank.
No, it just feels, yeah, like Optic have had a real chance to bury them here, right? Like you go up 3-0, a chance to put them away, but they just will not go away. I mean, how we've been talking about Rocker this week, like just always fighting in every game, every series. Breach trying to do it right now against this Optic Texas team, at least within this map 5. Can they tie it up at 4-4? Kenny, 8 on one side, Awakening 8 on the other. Kill leaders for now. I think Snoopy took that fight once and lost it. Not going to do it here. Purge with the first blood. Purge insta-traded again. I mean, he's been effective early, but they've usually been able to deal with him shortly after that first kill.
Yeah, Awakening gets a little lucky there. Kenny misses an 8, or he would have got taken down. He was like 9 HP. But this opens up the B bomb site. So while Purge got a kill bottom middle, Awakening is over towards the A site. The other 2 players from Boston are able to find one and then plant B.
Now you got chopper control. You've got mid control. You're in a great spot. I mean, someone Optic's have to win an insane gunfight here. Kenny has had a couple peelers And there you get some team shots in with Hook, so you put it into a 2 versus 2 now. And now you don't have a great angle onto the bomb because you don't have a player at chopper, so the pressure flips a little bit here to Boston Breach. But on the other side, you don't have time, but this is why you're able to top this. No one's got the angle. They've got to make a player forward. As soon as the chopper player dies, you're in trouble. But Snoopy wins it. They're going. The defuse, though, gets through, and Optic get the 5th round in. And that's a painful one, I think, if you're Breach.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of nailed it. The player helicopter died. So you had no angle on the bomb. And then they were just weak. Like, Awakening stepped up to P1. He gets shot a couple of times. And Snoopy is just hoping to find a timing through middle of the map. But he doesn't want to get caught sprinting. So, yeah, Ken's just like, I trust you.
Yeah, no, I mean, as soon as he died chopper, I'm like, hop the bomb. Like, they got work to do to get to you. They got to get a kill and get through. And they did it pretty quickly, but he insta-hopped, and that round might be the difference. 5-3 now to Optic. One more to win this best of 5 and move on to Sunday here at our first minor. Trying to get a little extra cash on the week if they can win this whole thing. Looking to do it here on attack with the closer. Kenny's been terrific as he's looking to get to double digits and maybe have another icy moment to his resume. Wake, he has stepped it up, and he's able to get another first blood. Snoopy there as well. These Boston Breach guys just will not go away.
It's actually a really good round call there by Boston. They played that the way they wanted to, right? And Optic kind of fell for it. You had all 4 players on that side of the map just kind of waiting for that push to happen. They were making sure they weren't working B. They were watching Cliffside, and yeah, they were just like, Spiral is open. They can go through the middle of the map, and yeah, Snoopy was waiting.
Well, Shotzzy gets 1, so it kind of gives him at least maybe a chance here to clutch up in something. Not a lot of time. That's a crazy win, though. Purge, though, gets 1. Maybe bails Breach out. I don't know how the hell he wins that. 10 seconds now to go. They're both going to be there. Best of luck with that one. Nice round for Boston Breach. You like what they did early in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a nice little play call there, right? Just sort of, yeah, just these in-game adjustments. What's open, what isn't open, what do we allow them to do? They were pretty much saying plan A. If you want to. We're going to play near our base, not really go for any crazy risk middle of the map, and it pays off.
And Purge, again, terrific. He's at 9 and 6. He had 12 and 5 in the map 2 as well. He's been so good in these searches. Can they clutch up in this? We went, what, to round 11 in the map 2? Are we going to go the whole way here?
Are we?
Optic have had their chances to put them away in this map 5. Here's another opportunity to do it. Match point. Snoopy, though, a little stretch he's had. 5 straight from him at 9 and 5. First blood, though, it's Dashy. He wins that outer fight again. He did it, what, just 3 rounds ago.
Purge is here, though. Purge is working through the middle of the map. He doesn't drop off, but he's able to turn this into a 3-on-3.
Oh, he's spotted. Oh, my God, he doesn't see him. And now it's all on Wake, his 5th 1v3 opportunity, I feel like, of this series. He nearly did it, what, in round 1?
Where's Bomb at? That looks like Shotzzy's right near it.
Oh, now this became real doable. This became real doable.
Okay, I thought Bomb was down low, but it's actually in the house, so he could potentially pick this up and maybe work B.
Down to a 1 versus 2 now. Wake has had a real tough series, but you can brush a lot of that off. He clutches this up. He's just thinking, can I get another pick on these guys? He's got eyes on both. He gets another pick. Oh, shoot. They're just giving him freebies. Oh, my God. I thought he had it. He needed 1 more bullet. 1 more bullet, and Wake pulls it off. Holy shit.
That was close.
Yeah.
And Ken says...
They were trying to let him clutch that. Like,
Ken says, don't worry, I got this. He clutches some big one-on-ones. One-on-ones. He diffuses that bomb.
Yeah.
All the big plays right there. Ken says he's been getting some flack from some idiots, and he's like, don't worry, I'm good.
Yeah, I just be looking at the guys like, boys, like, come on. Wow, nearly. I mean, Wake almost pulled off, what, 2 1v3s in that. Some crazy rounds. A hell of a series. We've had 2 bangers to start off this Saturday. But Optic get their revenge. They lost it in 5. Week 1 here in the minor, they're able to take out Breach. They win both search and destroys. The search streak up to, what, 7 now?
And that's like the first game where like Dashy's looked, you know, just not had his really pop-off moment. But
yeah, really, well, the search in the map 3, I mean, he was really good in the hard points in the map 2, right? But
yeah, but then guess who? Ken steps up.
1,500 damage out of him, yeah. A massive map there from Ken. And well, to be fair, like, even though he actually got a great map, I think all like 2 or 3 of those were first bloods, though. He got those picks on Cammy out, or he was just taking those one-on-ones. He had a couple big one-on-one wins, like, to get first bloods, but that was about it. But yeah, no, some pedestrian numbers from, like, Dashi, at least in 2 of the maps. Like, I kind of got fried. But, wow, I mean, honestly, it's a fun as hell series. Yeah. And, like, Breach looking like the real deal. Like, a team that's going to maybe have potential to listen, I'm not saying these are going to be tournament champions, but can they make it to a top 4? Can they make a run and maybe beat a top team or have an upset at a tournament? Why the hell not?
Fact is, they weren't doing this last year.
No, they sure as hell weren't.
No,
they weren't winning at all, Joe.
Yeah.
It hasn't been good. We're going to go to the desk now.
We're here. Welcome in, everybody. Optic gets the dub. It takes, what was that, 21 rounds of search and destroy, but what's happening here with Boston and Optic? Why is this such a close series every single time?
It feels like it's just the SMGs going at it. It feels like a 2v2 throughout the entirety of this series, but then it was Kenny that was the difference maker. I literally talked about it as soon as we came back from map 2. Map 3, we're going to pretend like didn't happen, but 4 and 5, he really showed up for the green wall.
We had a big microscope on Kenny today. Yeah. He lives up to the hype in the final game. Awakening, by the way, no awakening through the first 4 games. He comes alive, leads the lobby in damage in this game 5.
Yeah, you know, at the same time, not to be too hard on Awakening, but, you know, I kind of was hard focused him a little bit. Dude, he's just losing some big ones. Yeah. Search and destroy a lot of the times. Like, he's, I mean, almost clutching these huge rounds. And even at the end there, like, he's just challenging everything. When you watch him, like, you love it because he has such an incredible shot. But, like, in that moment, he had time to run over to B. And that's not like, it was like that in every single one of his clutches. Like, pulling out the pistol, just challenging. You think back to the map 2 and that 1v1 versus Kenny, the same exact story. Or when Dashi kills him. So something to adjust from personal play style. But when you talk about Boston, like, they look good throughout the series. I mean, the protocol control just kind of ran through them. SMGs were going wild. And we get to this game 5 where it's like they're in a great spot and then Purge just gets picked from up top, didn't see the player down low. So you're playing a world championship squad. It's going to be tough. I think if you're Boston, you feel pretty good about how you fared.
Ali, I think I have a little PTSD from last year. I can't believe that Boston is as good as they're actually playing up to this point. A squad that has been retooled for EWC. That is the starting lineup they bring into 2025. And so far, looking strong, but not enough to get to our Final 4.
But what's funny, though, is like even last year when they didn't have this roster, they were also a team kind of being Optic Texas boogeyman. So it's funny it's followed them into this year, but I have a feeling this is going to be a battle that we're going to all enjoy watching all season long, even though we do say goodbye to Boston Breach in this minor.
We got to get this guy a mental coach. Purge, you had a fantastic start. You had a fantastic finish. Unfortunately, your team is going to hold the L in both of those search and destroys. He had double digits in both searches.
I know, man, and it's just one of those series like where all the clutches went to the side of Optic on both of the search and destroys. So I could see why he's super frustrated, but keep your head up high because that team's good.
One man who knows that there will be waves, and right now he's riding high. We have Hook joining us live. Hook, first and foremost, tell me about the haircut. Looks good.
Yeah, I chopped it. 3 years of hair gone.
How's it feel now when you game? Your ears feel like light?
Yeah, nah, my head is like way lighter. Nice.
Congratulations on the win and the haircut. I want to kind of bring us back just to map number 2, just because S&D obviously wins championships, and you guys are kind of on the back foot the majority of that map number 2. What was the change? What kind of gave you guys the momentum and the adjustment to push you through that map number 2 Hacienda?
Just the mid-game adjustments. We understood like what they were doing after a few rounds. It's a new map, so once we adjusted, it was it was good for us.
It's easy once you understood what they were doing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hook, talk to me about this matchup. They've given you guys some problems, beat you guys in the first match. Obviously, you weren't a part of that, but even in this one, super close and throughout this series. And we go to a round 11, then we go to a round 10. So why are they giving you guys so much trouble?
Honestly, I don't know. But I mean, they played a good match. I feel like, yeah, they honestly just played a good match. I'm honestly not sure why they're playing so good, but I'll have to look back at the VOD. I'll have to go look back at the VOD and see what the fuck was going on. But yeah.
I'm sure there's a ton to digest in the moment. Hook, can I ask you a little bit about you personally? I love the people on one side of the spectrum or the other. You have the super hype guys like Glazer, who's always celebrating. And then there's someone like you who can just come into every match with a stone face. How do you stay so calm? And do you ever feel that anxiety mid-game?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a full answer for you, but I feel like that's just the way I've always been, and it's just at this point, it's who I am, I guess. I don't know.
It's your identity for sure. Cool Hook getting it done once again for Optic. We'll see you in the Final Four.
Preach. Peace.
Later, buddy.
Mars, bro.
Right? I'll join him one day. Can't wait. In the meantime, though, we've got to update everything, and we had some fantastic Scuff play of the days earlier. So let's take a look right now at your bracket and show you that we have two teams. And you might not have that.
Thank y'all all for tuning in. I'll catch y'all the next time Optic plays. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. Miguel, thank you for tuning in. Daisha, thank you for tuning in. Everybody who up in the chat, thank y'all for tuning in. Sub up if you haven't already.